Hi everyone, so today's look is another Disney inspired look because I know you guys do really like them, and I was very much requested to do Disney's Pocahontas, and in all honesty she is one of my favorite Disney characters. I just like her, she's so unique. I love her, I love the songs, I love the whole idea of the movie. I know it ends a bit on a sour note. She doesn't get to be with John Smith in the first movie, but I think Disney kind of knew what they were doing when they did that, because the true story of Pocahontas, when she goes back to England, she dies of smallpox. So I feel that Disney sort of separated them initially to sort of give Pocahontas her life back. So I get that. But overall, I love the rest of the movie, so adorable, and I really kind of contemplated doing glitter for this look since it is Pocahontas, but she is the chief's daughter, and since all the bad guys did come to dig up their gold, she would probably have some gold, so I incorporated that after all, and I wanted to infuse the magical whimsy of Disney by doing so. It is a little darker than Pocahontas because she does have like sort of the skin, the loincloth type outfit, and it's very light and airy. But I ended up making a little bit darker just to infuse her darker features and her long dark hair. And I really hope that you enjoy this look because I had a lot of fun making it, and yeah, hope you enjoy. So to get started on the look, I'm going to take Too Faced Shadow Insurance in Candlelight. And we're just going to put this color all over the lid. And I'm going to take it as far as I can up under the brow bone. There's a little concealer under the brow bone just to help mattify the actual arch. So to get started on the look, we're going to take a little bit of vanilla as our highlight color. This is from the Urban Decay Book of Shadows 15. And we're going to take vanilla. So it's just a very shimmery, sort of creamy white. If you have anything like this, you could take that. I'm just pulling this up on my Dialing Tools number 777. And we're just going to pat that underneath the brow bone. And then just kind of move it around for like a very smooth kind of highlight color. Pull it down just a bit. Now for this particular lid color, we're going to be taking a little bit of MIA, which is just this really pretty kind of like smoldery chocolate brown. And we're going to pat that all over the lid. It's just a really velvety smooth color. Since all these shades are very velvety and smooth, I recommend not taking a foundation to your face before you pack on eye color. I'm going to kind of turn the brush into its side and kind of pull that up onto its crease so it's kind of even. I'm going to take a little bit of Flow, which is just this peachy color right here at the very bottom next to vanilla. If you have Snatch from Urban Decay, you can take that. Actually, if you have the Deluxe palette, you could probably replicate this pretty easily. I'm just going to take this color up on the Dialing Tools number 785, and we're just going to blend out the crease. So it's got a little bit of MIA already, so it won't be too pale of a crease. And we're just going to blend that color out, so if there's any harsh edges left by MIA, that should fix them. Alright, so for the outer corner, I'm just taking this matte black, which is Blackout. If you have the Naked palette too, this look should be also really easy to replicate. And we're just going to pop that into the outer corner using that same fluffy blender brush. And you could use a finer brush if you have a smaller lid space. But I'm just going to use this one that I have because I want to kind of smoke it out as much as possible. And then just lightly tap it into the crease just ever so slightly. Now for the very inner corner, we're going to be taking Deeper, which to me almost has like a bronzier effect than Glamour Doll Eye's Trophy Wife. Kind of reminds me of it though. And we're just going to place that in the inner corner. And then just sort of move it over. I'm going to be taking Glamour Doll Eyes Foil Me Base just to add some whimsy to the look. We're just going to dress it up because it is, after all, a Disney look. And clean off your doe foot applicator before reapplying it back in. And I'm just going to take my finger and press it in a little bit just for even distribution. Now I'm just going to quickly grab up Max Reflex Gold, but you can go ahead and take any kind of glitter that has a golden tinge to it. So for even distribution, it's just important to lay down an even amount of Glamour Doll Eyes Foil Me. Now for the upper lash line, I'm just going to take Urban Decay's this is the 24/7 waterproof liner, and we're just going to pull this up, and we're going to try to, because my eyes are so almond, we're just going to not do a wing. I'm just going to try to go down the shape of the eye. I'm going to draw a straight line on the top and then have it go down just to help accentuate the almond effect of my eye. I'm going to take a little bit of the Mary Kay eyeliner in Black Noir, and we're just going to line the lower lash line with this and pull it in all the way. I'm also going to go up through the tight line. Kind of helps not to look directly at the pencil. I just set my waterline with some Blackout and a small angled brush. I'm going to be taking MAC's Chromographic pencil in High Def Cyan. I'm just going to lightly place this at the lower lash line. This is basically just to mimic her jewelry. I'm going to set that with Evidence, which is just this matte dark blue, or not matte, it's a velvety blue. So if you have like Wet n Wild's, any of their palettes have blue in it, any of those will work. So we're just going to place that right on top of High Def Cyan. I didn't really use High Def Cyan for the brightening effect, I just used it because it's very creamy. But you can go in and use a brighter blue at the lower lash line if you want. And for lashes, Too Faced Size Queen Mascara. I'm going to put on a few coats of this and be right back. And this part's optional, you absolutely don't have to do this, but it does help tie in a very dramatic look. We're going to be taking the Ardell 120 Demis. So that's one eye with it, or sorry, one eye with it, one eye without. So you can decide for yourself if this is a look you want to go by. I know some people think I use too many lashes in videos, but this step's purely optional. It won't make or break your look. It's entirely up to you how far you want to go in with the drama. If you really want to pare it down, then just don't do the glitter, I would say, and then don't do the lashes. And maybe use a liner that's the same color as the top lid. So I'm just going to let the second lash dry and we'll be back. Now if you're pale ivory or anything like that, you might want to do the bronzy effect with me because it's Pocahontas. And we're just going to take the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, and we're going to take that same kabuki. And we're just going to apply this first to the contour. Using the same effect I usually try to do with the chocolate covered strawberries technique, going to the back of the face, more or less. And then just really try to buff it out so it looks very smooth, almost so it would blend up into the blush so that you don't have like a harsh line of demarcation with the bronzer. And I'm going to go down the nose a little bit. I'm just using the tip of the kabuki, not the full enchilada, so I'm just using product control and a little bit of precision even though it's a wide brush. This will just kind of help speed up the process and buff it really nice and into the skin so I don't have like a harsh line. If you really want to chisel out your face, you could take like a C brush, but I personally don't care for that effect. So I'm just going to really get that buffed in. Now because she's always out in the sunlight, I'm going to be taking a little bit of Powdered Sun, also by Too Faced, and it's just that gold. And one thing I like about this gold is I could see it on every skin tone, because it's not a super dark gold, but since it's not like a flashy white, it's not going to be too light on darker skin tones. I'm going to be taking the Mary Kay concealer pen. Sorry, I already did it, and it's in Ivory number 2. I'm going to film a winter skincare routine really soon, so you'll see that, but I'm sure you've seen other gurus take highlighting pens. And I'm just going to buff a little more of the Inglot YSM pressed powder. So when you're buffing the first time, you don't put a lot of powder in this area, just so that it goes on a little easier. But I always put on the Ivory pen, just a little bit of it after the actual powder. That way it shows up just a little bit brighter and is less likely to budge. And I try to avoid too many MAC products, once again, on this channel, but certain things I haven't replaced color-wise, so I'm just going to take a soft nudie blush, and it is MAC's Pet Me. I bought up a lot of the Pet Me's, so if you see this in my tutorials for a while, that's why. So we're just going to buff that into the back of the hairline. Bought up a lot of Pet Me's in 2010 because it was the only neutral blush I actually ever liked. So there you go. Now we're going to take MAC's Subculture lip liner. If you're dark, you can take World Dervish, or if you want, Urban Decay's Wallflower. So I'm just going to line my lips and fill them in. I think the closest thing to Subculture would be Urban Decay's Illegal or Midnight Cow Boy, I believe. And I am slightly overdrawing them a little bit. She's got a very full pout, but it's very natural for her skin tone, so I just want that same kind of a look for my skin tone. Now I want that same tanny bronzy nudie lip she has for my skin tone, so I'm going to take Sleek's Barely There. This color might be a little brown or tan for some, but it's one of those colors that you kind of have to get used to. And I'm going to take the Lauren Brook Cosmetics Botanical Lip Gloss, and this is in Winterberry. I'll put a link to Lauren Brook Cosmetics. It's like an all organic line, sorry. They taste amazing. Can't describe it, but they're really fresh. All right, so that completes my Pocahontas Disney-inspired look. It's got the whimsy of Disney, with sort of the colors she's wearing, and sort of that inspiration. So once again, this is definitely not supposed to be precisely her. It's just supposed to be a spin on her, infused with the whimsy of Disney. So I hope that you enjoyed this look and try it out. It's kind of a fun way to subtly incorporate maybe some shine and some glitter since it is neutral. And I hope you enjoyed the look.